In this video, we'll show you where the fuse power outlet is located and how to change it in various Chevy Suburban models. So, let's go right into it. 2003 to 2006 Chevy Suburban. In this range of model years, there are 3 power outlet fuses that you need to check. The first of the 3 fuses will be located in the driver's side door. So here's the fuse. There's a 20 amp fuse labeled AUXPWR2 in yellow color, and it's for the rear cargo area power outlet. Inspect the fuse to see if it is blown. If the wire is broken, you will need to replace the fuse. There's also another power outlet fuse that's under the hood fuse block. So here are the fuses that you need to check. There is a cigarette lighter fuse with a 15 amp fuse in blue color for the power point, the one closer to the driver. There is also a 20 amp fuse in a yellow color for the front passenger side power outlet. (2007 to 2014 Chevy Suburban). In these years, the power outlet fuse placement is still within the engine bay and driver's side fuse block. The first fuse I want to check is in the fuse box under the front hood. So here's the fuse. It's a 20 amp yellow fuse in the middle of the box. This fuse is responsible for powering the main front power socket. Using a pair of pliers or a fuse puller, carefully remove the fuse from the fuse box. Next, you will have 2 more fuses to check, and they will be located in a driver's cabin fuse block. So here they are. The first fuse you want to check is fuse number 2, a 20 amp yellow color responsible for the rear power socket. The last fuse to check will be a yellow fuse in the middle of the box responsible for powering the accessory power outlet. Examine the fuse to confirm that it's blown. You'll notice a broken filament inside if it's faulty. 2015 to 2020 Chevy Suburban. In these model years, you will have 7 fuses in 3 locations to check. The first location that you need to check is the fuse box in the front passenger's cabin. So here are the fuses. There is a cartridge fuse in yellow or blue color for the power outlet, fuse number 4. There is also a 10 amp fuse in red color for the USB port and a 25 amp fuse for the 110 volt socket in the rear passenger panel. Carefully use the needle nose pliers to grip and pull out the blown fuse. If you unhook the fuse box and flip it over, you'll expose the fuse on the back. There is also a cartridge fuse in yellow color labeled as power outlet, fuse number 3. Insert the new fuse of the same amperage into the slot previously occupied by the blown fuse. Then we move to the other side, on the driver's side. You'll find a cartridge fuse in blue color for the 2015 to 2017 models and yellow for the 2018 to 2020 models. It's labeled as power outlet, fuse number 1. On the back side of the fuse box, you'll find a cartridge fuse in blue color for the 2015 to 2017 models and yellow for the 2018 to 2020 models. It's labeled as power outlet, fuse number 2. Finally, in the trunk, you'll also find the fuse box. There's one 20 amp fuse in blue for the rear power outlet. If replacing the fuse doesn't solve the issue, there may be a more significant electrical problem. In this case, it's recommended to seek professional assistance. 2021 to 2023 Chevy Suburban. The newer Suburban's power outlet fuse is only located in the passenger panel fuse block. You need to open the cover panel to expose it. So here they are. There are some USB port fuses that you need to check here. There is also a 30 amp fuse for power outlet number 3, and I think it's for the rear socket in the trunk. If the fuse is blown, replace it with a new fuse of the same amperage rating. The amperage rating is usually printed on the fuse or on the fuse box cover. Now, if you unhook the fuse box and flip it over, you'll find two 15-amp fuses in blue for power outlet number 1 and number 2. It's essential to replace the blown fuse with one of the same amperage as specified in your vehicle's manual. Using a higher amperage fuse can lead to electrical problems and even damage your vehicle's electrical system. So that's the end of me today. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and until next time.